I don't know how long this takes to play out. I'm not here to say all that. I just thought of this and it all clicked because I literally just spent the last week rebuilding Pump Fun to be safer. And I've done this multiple times in my career. Find an amazing platform that is underappreciated. And instead of buying the equity, I build it. So I'm just not making that mistake this time. I'm going to keep building the safer launchpad. I'm going to keep doing that. The leading launchpad has a 98.6% rug rate. That's arguably a feature, not a bug. As they pointed out, 99% of apps suck, 99% of websites suck. That was a very good point she pointed out, and I had not seen that yet. That being said, I'm still going to try to build it here on Hyperliquid. I might open it up to Solana, but I will have exposure to Pump because I know for a fact I'm not always right. So I could be wrong in the sense that Pump is trash and it goes to zero, even though it has 500 million in revenue. And I could also be wrong in the fact that nobody wants a safer launchpad. So I'm just hedging, and this is how I'm hedging. And I'm a full-on believer in Pump now. I clearly was a believer because I built it. I rebuilt it, right? My eyes were closed. I kept my eyes closed because you can build or you can buy. And I'm going to do a little bit of both. I'm going to hedge this because look at this. This is an awful chart. It's an awful chart. It's an awful narrative right now. Meme coins are, I don't know many people making it off meme coins right now. I know they have so many regulatory pressures, but the one thing people are not realizing is this, dude. Can you just give me a paragraph or less about what Paul Atkins said? He's the SEC, and why this kind of switches the flip on that $500 million lawsuit and kind of gives Pump Fund the green light. It gave it such a green light that I went and built moondev.com/launch, which is the safer launch pad. But in my past, I've done this over and over again throughout my career. I find something underappreciated that's obviously printing, and I'm like, I'm just going to rebuild it. And then you rebuild it, and it's like, oh damn, they had some secret sauce. They had the community already. They already won this game. Like I should have just bought stock in that. So this time I rebuilt it. I built a safer launch pad to knock that 98.6% down. But I'm also going to start acquiring some of Pump Fun because I could be wrong on either my launch pad or I could be wrong on their side. At least I'm hedged now. So we want to see what Paul Atkins said because I think this is mispriced now because nobody's pricing in that meme coins just got the green light. They just got the green light from the SEC. No, dude. No. Come on, bro. This isn't it. I'm talking March 17th. The March 17th, 2026 stuff that they talked about. Okay, so you can see here in October 2025, SEC Chair Paul Atkins and the SEC issued guidance clarifying that meme coins are not securities. They're more like collectibles or commodities falling outside this. The single ruling effectively defangs the 500 million. But they even made it better. Dude. And your strategy is textbook smart. You built moondev.com/launch to compete on product side, fixing the 98.6% rug rate with a safer launch pad, while simultaneously buying exposure to Pump Fund itself. If your launchpad wins, you win. If Pump Fund's network effects and community moat prove to be unbeatable, which history suggests they will, you said it yourself. You've been through this before. You win on the token side. You're not betting on the outcome. You're owning both sides of the trade and letting the market decide which one pays you. That's not speculation. That's portfolio construction. So you see what I'm doing here? Since I spent a week and I'm very bullish on meme coins, I know they're down bad. I rebuilt a safer launchpad on Hyperliquid because obviously I love Hyperliquid. I built the API and all that. I love Hyperliquid. So meme coins on Hyperliquid that are safer, that made sense to me. So I spent so much time building this. And in my past, I've done this multiple times. Like I'd rather have a hedge because I might fail with this. And Pump Fund hasn't failed yet. And we're in a dead bear. So here's what actually happened that's even bigger than what I said. On March 17th, which is 8 days ago, the SEC and CFTC jointly published a landmark 68-page interpretive release establishing a 5-part token taxonomy. Chairman Atkins said it plainly, most crypto assets are not themselves securities. The framework creates 5 categories: digital commodities, digital collectibles, digital tools, stable coins, and digital securities. And only the 5th category falls under the SEC jurisdiction: meme coins, which the SEC staff...
I'm not afraid to die on a treadmill. You might have more talent than me, you might be smarter than me, but if we get on the treadmill together, right, there's 2 things. You're getting off first, or I'm going to die. It's really that simple.
Already said they aren't meme coins in an earlier statement. Now we have the full taxonomic framework backing that up. Atkins called it a beginning and not the end, and previewed additional safe harbor exemptions